Okay, so today, I was on Facebook earlier, and on one of my friend's pages, this girl had posted this video of these kids reenacting Scarface as supposedly a school play, although I've looked it up later on, and it says that it was some director guy trying to get kids to like reenact a movie. Now, why are 6 and 7-year-olds reenacting Scarface? Of all movies, like, if that's a school play or not, which it kind of did look like a school play, it didn't look like it was just something that somebody was getting little kids to do as far as like acting. Like, seriously, if my kids attended a school and they were doing Scarface as a play, like, I would seriously have a shit fit. Not only that, but these kids are in there using popcorn as cocaine, using fudge instead of the word fuck, and they're using toy guns. Sorry, I paused there. They're using toy guns to, like, shoot each other. Okay, now, most parents, when you have a little boy, you buy your little boy guns. Okay, understandable. But in a school play, the one place where you're not supposed to be promoting violence, they give you toy guns to shoot each other in the play. And of all movies that you're reenacting Scarface. So then you have this little girl sitting there saying, something, something, forget you, you son of a bee. What? I don't care if she's using bee instead of the word bitch. That little girl does not need to be saying that stuff. She shouldn't even be knowing what those terms are at 6 years old. At 6 years old, you should be watching Nickelodeon and Disney Channel, and you shouldn't even know what the movie Scarface is. Just saying. So to these people that are sitting here promoting and supporting these little kids to go reenact this play or this movie, that's a little bit ridiculous to me. I think as parents that you need to reevaluate what you're letting your kids be involved in. Little kids do not need to be involved in stuff like this. You don't need little kids sitting there shooting each other with toy guns, saying, fudge you, you mother fudger, and you son of a bee. I don't care if they're replacing the words or not. Little phrases like that should not be coming out of little kids' mouths. I'm sorry. And if you as a parent think that that's okay, I think you need to reevaluate the fact that you have kids. I think you need to do something. I think DCF need to come to your house. Maybe not that extreme, but you really need to, like, think about what you're thinking is okay for your kids to be involved in. And I pretty much thought it was funny because there was a girl that was posting on the same thing, on the same status. She was actually the one that posted the video, and she's saying basically that it's okay, that you should be able to see the humor in it, and that none of it was explicit, and that laughing at your kids every now and then would be good, and basically, like, she should be able to have kids and it should be all gravy because, you know, you need to laugh at your kids whether or not they're reenacting gangster movies or not. So, I mean, nowadays, I see some of the little stuff that, like, you know, some of the stuff that little kids do, and I think it's a little bit ridiculous. I think that parents need to be watching their kids more. And then she made a comment saying that, in the culture that she grew up in, I don't know if that's supposed to mean something because I'm white. I don't know. I really don't. I don't really care. But she said in the culture that she grew up in, kids were sipping wine and beer and stuff with their grandparents, and that it actually statistically lowers the rate for alcohol abuse if they do this. Yeah, I'm sorry, but I can understand the fact that if you shelter a kid so much that when they get older and they get the chance to go and do the things that you sheltered them from, that they might rebel. But at the same time, I wasn't even allowed to watch Power Rangers when I was little. And now that I'm older and I see the kids after they watch Power Rangers, I can kind of understand why I wasn't allowed to watch it. You're 5 years old. You see people getting beat up on TV. What are you going to do? Take a 5-year-old, place them in front of a television, put Power Rangers on, shut the TV off. What are they going to be doing 5 minutes later? Beating each other up. I used to work at a daycare. Not work there, but I used to go there and I pretty much help out the whole entire time I went. And 5-year-olds, 6-year-olds, 7 years old, sitting them down, letting them watch Power Rangers when it's raining outside. 5 minutes after they turn the television off and the episode's over, Power Rangers, they're beating each other up. Hello? So, even though I was sheltered from shows like Power Rangers and Gargoyles and Are You Afraid of the Dark, and I wasn't allowed to read Goosebumps or Harry Potter or any of that stuff, yeah, I can say a little bit of it was a little bit extreme, that I wasn't allowed to watch Power Rangers of all things, or, you know, certain stupid little shows that pretty much all kids grew up with, my age. Yeah, I think I was a little too sheltered at times, but at the same time, I didn't turn out bad just because I didn't sip wine when I was 5 years old with my grandparents, or whatever age she means. Doesn't mean that I abuse alcohol now. So, every now and then I might take a sip of something, but other than that, I don't abuse alcohol. I grew up in a house where we had no alcohol. Grew up in a house where we had no cigarettes, no anything to do with drugs. I grew up in a church school till about 6th grade. I turned out perfectly fine, so really don't know where this girl's getting her facts from, but, oh well. Kinda dumb to me, but I guess everybody is entitled to their opinion, just like I'm entitled to mine. We are living in a free country, and this is America, so, people are entitled to their opinions. I just think it's a little bit ridiculous and asinine to have little kids like that playing roles like that in a play. And if you are going to let them do Scarface, I think you could have changed the phrasing. I mean, who really wants their 6-year-old running around saying, "Fudge you, you mother fudger"? Most parents don't even want their kids running around calling other kids stupid head, let alone letting them call them a son of a bee. So, I really think that you should reevaluate if you're parents and you think that's okay. Other than that, I think I pretty much covered what I wanted to talk about. I just needed to get it off my chest because I really thought this girl was a dumb, but yeah, just saying. Guess she thinks it's okay. And to me, I think that if you're going to let them play in Scarface, like as a play, and let them say those words, then, you know, if you let them play in a play that's, you know, based off the movie 13, and they reenact the scenes that are in that movie, I think it should be okay. You know, you let them do Scarface. Don't really see 13 as being that much worse. Just saying. Anyway, with that being said, some people shouldn't have kids at all. But that's my opinion. People have theirs, and I'm sure I'll get a lot of hate mail off of this, but I don't really care. So, send it this way, honey. Send it this way, because I'm ready. That's all I gotta say. Alright, thank you for taking this almost 9 minutes and listening to my mouth run. Bye!